Hey guys, today is the day. It is March 28th, which means I am headed out to my first CORCS Round 1 Hare Scramble race. We're headed out to Aztec Family Raceway, which is where the race actually starts. I think I said last week it was at Ram. It is at Ram Off-Road Park, if you're familiar with the area. Those two motocross tracks / off-road areas are right next to a third called Wildcat. All three of them open their borders or their fences, if you will, to combine the area and make one long hare scramble type track. Now there are some motocross elements in this one. They do use their tracks for part of this. So CORCS, technically in this series, they define that as a GP, meaning it's a hare scramble with some man-made elements, but not just off-road area stuff. So I'm pretty excited today. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night because I had a lot of anxiety. I was going through my list about 10 times yesterday, making sure I had everything, hoping I didn't forget anything. But I think it's time to talk about the race itself. CORCS, well, let's start off with some goals, okay? Obviously, I haven't done this in a very long time, so I've kind of got a set of tiered goals. All right, first thing is finish the race. Obviously, that's the primary goal, is just to finish, no matter what the placement, because obviously everything else kind of is contingent upon that. Okay, goal number 2. Last week, if you watched my practice and prep video, I showed you a little bit of Corey and his bike. He's my race bestie. Neither of us are motocross racers. I have only done one hare scramble in my whole life, a very long time ago. I don't think he's done any, but he is an old sport bike racer, so he has more experience racing, not necessarily this type, but at least on the track with competition. So goal number 2 is to beat Corey. Okay, that's kind of a big one. It's not necessarily in order of importance. Number 2, it's kind of in order of ease. Okay, finish the race, then beat Corey, because I don't want to have to listen to him talk trash on me for a whole month until the next race, and I would much rather have the opportunity to talk trash on him. Goal number 3. I'm tracking on the website, the CORCS website. It shows that there are 43 riders registered in my class, which Corey and I are in the same class. We're racing the the Vet 30 Plus C2 class here. Okay, it's the beginner class. There's 43 registered riders. I don't know how many people will show up for the daily races who aren't registered for the whole series like we are. But I'm going to simply go off the 43, and assuming that they will all arrive for the first race, because it is a point series. There's no real winnings, it's just bragging rights, but it is a point series. I'm going to go off that 43 and hope that I can get top 20. That's my third tier goal. Just get the top half of it. Okay, and then obviously there's next goal would be top 10, and then next goal would be to place, maybe get at least third podium. I think they might give a 4th place trophy, I don't know. But so not super disappointed if I don't reach those top goals, but the first 2 I think are pretty obtainable, and the third one is I'm really going to push for the top 20. Okay, now I've been thinking a lot about this race. The weather this week, it's like going to be like 55 degrees out today and sunny, so it's going to be beautiful weather today. But the weather in Colorado Springs this week, it has, I think last Sunday, and it snowed 4 or 5 inches, and then it melted, and then it started to snow and rain again. It didn't stick because it was so warm the next couple days, but it's going to end up being a muddy mess out there in the valleys and in the washes, and probably in a lot of the shadowed corner areas, because this area tends to get a little more snow than what I would get at my house. So last week in that video, you saw a lot of snow patches still there, and mud in the corners and standing water, and that was all melted at my house. So the weather's been worse this week, so I think it's going to be even worse. I absolutely hate mud, just because it gets in, especially this mud. It's this sandy, gritty stuff that, it gets in your bearings, gets in every little moving joint. I washed the bike 3 times last week, and I still had, that sandy, nasty, gritty feeling or sound when you move the bike. So part of that is going to play into passing. I haven't had a lot of practice passing because I haven't been in a race in a while, and the reason I say I'm going to need to practice my passing is because of my plan for the start. I went out and I did 20 or 30 practice starts over the last 2 sessions, which I know a lot of you guys who race probably tell me 20, 30 practice starts is nothing, and I agree, it's not enough, but I only have so much time to practice, so I had to hit some of the other stuff, especially like practicing corners and jumps, because the old adage is you win the race in the corners, right? And I hear a lot of people say you won't necessarily win the race at the start, but you can definitely lose the race in the start. And because of my lack of experience in the racing in recent years, I'm going to plan to probably purposely not get a great start. CORCS is a live engine start, engine running there on the line, clutch hand on your head. You know, they wave the flag and you drop it in gear and go. I'm probably going to like count to 3, maybe 5 before I even go, because just to keep myself out of that mayhem that will inevitably ensue in the first quarter. I don't want to get caught up throwing elbows and end up on the ground in the first quarter and expelling that much energy right off the bat. It just doesn't seem like that's going to benefit me. So we're going to go with that. We're going to probably just kind of wait for that first group to really get through that corner, avoid that mayhem, and then just try to work our way through the pack as much as I can. Obviously, I'm not expecting to win, but I want to do the best I can. I think that's the best way, is just to conserve energy and still be healthy and still have some strength left at the end. So we're going to head out here today, and I'll try to get as much of the race as I can on the video. I haven't had a single one of my 4 GoPro batteries last that long in this GoPro Hero 8 that I'm using. Played with some settings. Hopefully I can try to conserve some battery and get the whole race for you guys. If not, I'll just throw the highlights up there and we'll see what we can work out. All right, thanks guys.
GoPro?
Yes, sir. Hi.
You want it on?